Yep, here we go again. Traipsing through the tall grass to fight the chiggers and the ticks and the snakes and the wasps. This time, the customer says fiber trouble. Yep, we know we got power because you can hear the son of a bitch running. We brought our power meter here and go ahead and break into this little guy. This is a cabinet where our optical multiplexer out here in the field sits. So, grab our little special tool here. Ta-da! Just as nice as you ever remembered it. So up here, we've got these two shelves. These are our two optical multiplexers going to the office. This is our first system, this is our second. And these optical jumpers come down here to these three trays here. And these are our optical conductors going out to the field. It says we are on port 3, which is this one right here, and it shows to be down. So these two little fellers right here are us. Go ahead and grab our optical meter out here, and we're gonna see what we see coming from the customer. Well, we got the optical digitometer out and we pulled that port 3 receive. And this should be seeing light coming from our customer, but as you see right there, low. Means we're not seeing any light from our customer right there going into our SFP at port 3. So that's not good, as we say in the technical community. Thank God that fan ramped down. That so much sound like a freight train on amphetamines. Let's look and see if what we if we're transmitting out to our customer. Let's just make sure we're gonna cross all of our I's and dot all of our T's here before we head to the customer's site. Well, looks like we're sending light pretty good. That's just the light coming out of that port 3 SFP right there, and it was going down to that third stack over on the bottom there. So we got light leaving, we don't have light coming in, so let's go see what's going on at our customer premise. I might not be able to take y'all in there to see that, but we'll go ahead and clean both of these fibers up at both ends just to make sure there's no dust, dirt, debris, or anything. Quality. Cleanliness is next to goodliness in the fiber realm. I mean, it's dressed about as well as you can. All this shit down here is just spares that haven't been connected yet. Let's see. Alright, here at the site, this is our customer equipment here. We've got a neg 6.15 being transmitted out of my shelf here. Let's see if we've got any light coming in. Well, there you have it. I'm seeing my light from my MUX to my NTE here. Good level. So I know I'm sending from the shelf, but I didn't know am I sending outside of the building. And we're going to see why it's not making its way back to the MUX that we just left a few minutes ago. So, dig deeper. Here we go. Alright, so we went out to the optical terminal. Found no light leaving the site, so it was bad between here and the optical terminal. So I went ahead and broke out my Expo Max Tester. It does OTDR, and I measured pretty short distance to an open. So I went in and put my visual fault locator on there. It just basically puts a blinky red light on the circuit. And looky there. The splice broke. This is where our jumper gets connected to our 12-strand raw fiber that goes from here to the other end of the building. So that is not good. And to show you that what a normal good splice looks like. That's what a normal good splice looks like. No blinky red light. So knowing that, we got some flashy action right there. And that's where she's broke. So raining like hell right now. I mean, freaking raining, son. We gotta go grab our optical splicer and gotta make that optical conductor great again. Stand by. Well, after a little re-splicey action, ta-da! Circuit's up. Turns out our blue strand inside here just broke for some reason. Don't know. Got to re-splice, dress back in. Circuit's up. Customer's happy. On to the next one. Alright, so let's talk about what happened in there. I really couldn't show you a whole lot of the customer prim just because I didn't think it would be kind to them to be filming in there and carrying on and acting up like I like to do whenever I'm running trouble. But we had light leaving the mucks, the first place we left, but we didn't see light coming from our customer. So we went to the customer, we went directly to the piece of end equipment, and we saw it putting out light toward the mucks, and we saw light coming in from the mucks. So we knew the transmit of the mucks to the receive of the NTE, the network terminating equipment, we knew that path was good. The other path, it wasn't making it. So once I knew I had light coming out of my NTE at the customer prim, I went out into their warehouse where their optical terminal is, about 100 and something foot away. Jeremy Brown and I ran that optical cable in that drop ceiling, full of mice, poop, and rats, and nests, and just general dirt, debris. They make mulch here. So we knew it was going to be nasty. I was hoping it wasn't mouse chewed up in the drop ceiling. So once I went out to the optical terminal and knew that I didn't have light leaving there, going back toward the mucks, I knew it was broken somewhere between the optical terminal and the NTE at the site. I went and grabbed my OTDR, that's optical time domain reflectometer. Basically, it sends pulses of light down the strand, and if there's a break or a bad splice, things like that, those are going to reflect light. So it measures the wavelength of the pulses it's sending, and it measures the reflection coming back and does a whole lot of math and figures out footage to open. So I saw my open pretty close. That TDR is meant to find faults at a good distance away. But so I went ahead and swapped over to the VFL, the visual fault locate mode, aka the red flashy light. And when I did that and started inspecting my splice inside that little box on the wall where the jumper goes up to, that's where I saw the flashing red light of death. I wish I could have got y'all set up and showed y'all how I respliced that optical terminal, but just wasn't the right place, wasn't the right time, didn't have a tripod. It would have been just a complete fustercluck. So I'll try and get y'all some more optical splicing stuff here before too long. But once we respliced that blue conductor, we saw our link come up on our NTE, ran our test, everything was good and error-free. So customer's up, customer's happy. We fixed it, and not sure why that splice failed. It was right inside the glue stick, and that glue stick that protects that splice has a piece of stainless steel rod in it to give that splice some rigidity, to keep it from breaking. But for it to break right there, and the pattern I saw when it broke, it was kind of jagged looking. It wasn't a flat, clean, blinking light. It kind of looked like a little lightning bolt in there. So there was some kind of little stress fracture or something. I don't know. But we'll chalk it up to acts of nature, and close that job out already. About to pick up the next one in the rain. Don't you want to be a phone man? We'll see you.